The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader's words cut to the heart of what leadership is supposed to mean. A leader's job is sacrifice, stepping into public service, knowing you're taking on the livelihood and responsibility of millions of people. Think about George Washington, who walked away from power when he could have kept it. Would never happen today. Think about Lincoln, who carried the weight of a fractured nation on his shoulders. Now we'd get mean, incoherent tweets about the other side. And what about FDR, who led through depression and war, knowing every decision meant life or death for ordinary people, and he took that very seriously. Today, they don't even seem to know what the people want anymore. Leadership was a burden, a solemn duty. Now it's a stage show. The presidency was designed to be the ultimate public service role. Washington set the precedent by refusing to cling to power. Lincoln held the Union together at unimaginable cost. FDR carried the burden of both economic collapse and global war. These leaders understood that responsibility meant sacrifice, and they did it willingly. Now, the presidency has become a loyalty test. Instead of producing more leaders, it produces followers. People who pledge allegiance not to the Constitution, but to one man. The exact thing our founders warned us against. The office has shifted from solemn duty to spectacle, from responsibility to branding. A country with integrity and morals to one without. And here's the contradiction. Leadership was supposed to be about carrying the weight of the nation. Today, it's about demanding loyalty, silence, and complete devotion, even at the expense of truth. 30 years ago, this circus would have been unacceptable. Now, they don't even investigate some of the most heinous crimes against children that we have evidence about. That's how far the bar has fallen. Congress tells the same story, but in a quieter, maybe more dangerous way, because they're supposed to be the ones keeping the president in line. On the surface, it looks tame, procedural, almost calm compared to the presidency, but I guess anything would. But beneath that surface, dysfunction runs deep. They help a president win by telling people he'll do one thing, and when he does the opposite, they back him anyway. No thought about their word, the truth, or what the American people want. There was a time when crossing the aisle was seen as integrity. If you truly believed in something, you stood up for it, even against your own party. I know, it seems unbelievable in this day and age. That willingness to act on conviction produced leaders, not followers. Now, do that and you're punished, primaried, ridiculed, insulted, sometimes even threatened for having a different opinion and wanting to stand up for it. This isn't accountability or moral clarity. It's cult like blind following, and it's dangerous. We hear whispers that members disagree behind the scenes, but they never stand up. They've lost their spine, their morals, their responsibility. And at this point, I don't even think a chiropractor would be able to find them again. Party loyalty outweighs loyalty to constituents. Money flows like influence disguised as donations. No better than bribes. We all see it. No legislation getting passed. No reining in of the president when his choices are wildly unpopular with Americans. Hardly any speaking back. No pushback when the president is violating the Constitution. So we return to Nadar's quote. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. What kind of leaders are we producing now? Leaders who empower or leaders who demand obedience? Leadership should be sacrifice, but it has become a spectacle. Responsibility and character should be the anchor, but loyalty has become the currency. And the contradiction that we can't ignore is this circus would have been unthinkable 20 years ago. The fact that it feels normal now should disturb us more than the spectacle itself. Because it changed slowly, bit by bit, we've gotten used to it, but that is unacceptable. If we accept loyalty over responsibility, obedience over integrity, then we're not just losing leaders, we're losing the very idea of leadership itself. But here's the hope. Leadership isn't gone forever. It's ours to demand back. If we stop rewarding spectacle and start rewarding responsibility, leaders will have to rise up to meet the call or be unemployed. The power is in the hands of the voter. None of these people have a job unless we elect them. And if they won't change, maybe it's time we stop rewarding them altogether. Time to start over with leaders who remember what responsibility really means. It's our choice. I really hope you got something out of this episode and it made you think. If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a comment. What do you think about what is going on right now in our government? Thank you so much. Have a great day.